I've always said that the closest that we're ever going to get to a real life magical girl is definitely going to be a cosplayer because what cosplayers do is genuinely magic. When a new magical girl outfit drops, the mere days in which some costumes get finished, it does seem like just supernatural. As a fellow sewer who doesn't cosplay, I have a deep respect for cosplayers and a deep respect for sewing, and that's why I'm so glad that we now have a series where there is a magical boy whose whole power is sewing. My name is Ayumi, and this is Mahou Shoujo Manga Monday, the series where I introduce you to one of the many magical girl comics currently in serialization in Japan. Today we're talking about magical girl Tailor. He's not the strongest, but he makes her the strongest by tailoring her dress. Yes, it's a very long title. For me, I just refer to it as Magical Tailor. So Koki is your everyday Japanese guy who is very obsessed and very skilled at sewing. He is just out and about one day when all of a sudden a freaking dragon shows up, or I should say a wyvern in particular, and kills him. And in his dying breath, he just thinks, wow, what is that leather like though? As he awakens, he is greeted by the goddess Kukudu, who is the reason why a dragon accidentally ended up in Japan, and as an apology for her magical mistake, she wants to give him the chance to be reborn in another world. But he doesn't want to be reborn in another world, he just wants to design an outfit for her. And while she is extremely flattered, she decides to kind of grant his wish by sending him to a world where he can become a magical designer. So he's gets sent to this other world and meets Scarlet, this magical girl to be, who is actually in the middle of fighting. She's a very, very tough girl, but she's still having difficulty with the magical part of the magical girl that she wishes to be. But they end up going together to magic school. They don't get there in time for the entrance exam. They do have to go and try to prove that they're worthy by defeating a monster level 20 or higher. Yes, this is kind of your classic fantasy world. The magical girl slash magical boy school does accept them because they end up interacting with a level 30 giant spider. In the strength of their bonds, they discover that not only is Koki able to, well, already fight with like the coolest scissors you've ever seen in your life, he can actually magically spin, weave, cut, and sew an entire outfit for Scarlet to enhance her own powers. And it's very clear that she needs his help magically to get to where she needs to be, but it's still enough, and they are now like a set team, a set party, if you will. So they do end up, getting this full team, and we can see here the third member of the party, Cyan, who is really, really tough, but also can have a cute moment of her own, and I love that for her. She becomes a really interesting member of the team. She doesn't start off as friends with them. Also, there's something going on between Cyan and Scarlet, I swear to God. But anyways, there's just like so much fun with the theme of sewing. And as any crafter will tell you, we can tell when something is not being depicted correctly. Goodness knows there's so many horror stories of the ways knitting and crochet are confused for each other, but also just like things in that realm are not depicted correctly. Sewing is the same, and so on and so forth, and it's getting worse all the time. So we know when people know what they're talking about. And this is clearly a case of someone knowing what they're talking about. I have done all the things non-magically that Koki can do. So I really, really appreciate that attention to detail, but also it's still a fun fantasy story with magical girls. Where could you go wrong with that? I will warn you, this is a seinen series, so Scarlet's spider outfit is a little spicy, but she seems to like it, so I'll just put that there. It's not a case of something where it's like, oh, she has to wear an outfit she's not comfortable with. It's clear that she's comfortable with it. And then, of course, I see Cyan's outfit here. Definitely not like that. I don't know what'll happen, for example, if Koki designs an outfit for himself. That hasn't happened yet, so that would be fun. So that's all for today's episode. As always, if you have a request for what I should cover on this series, please feel free to let me know. The only thing stopping me from reading all the things in the world are time and money. Time I can manage, but money I do need your help on. So I do have a throne wishlist that is marked for Mahou Shoujo Manga Monday. And it doesn't have absolutely everything because there's a few things that are not, in physical volumes and stuff like that, so I still have to buy them online, like rental system and stuff like that. You can also send money via Ko-fi to support this comic habit as well. Otherwise, stay tuned for next Monday. Follow if you want more Magical Girl talks all the time, including news segments on Sundays and things like of that nature. I will see you next time. Bye bye.